Good afternoon and welcome. This is Ann Dever Keegan. I am the assistant principal at Dover-Sherborn High School, and I'm coming to you from Wheaton College, the Beard Fieldhouse. This is the home track for our DS track and indoor track and field teams this season of a pandemic. I will be broadcasting the girls' meet this afternoon and then also covering the boys' meet. So we're actually coming to you with the mile that has just started. We have running the mile right now Corinne Foreman, Sarah Hirschberg, and Natalie Brathwaite. There are no Millis runners. We are competing against the Millis Mohawks this afternoon. We've got Corinne running up front. Looks like Sarah and then Natalie running strong. You can see they are all masked. This is a high school track meet during a pandemic. Lots of modifications that have to be in place to make this happen. And the masks for the whole race are, just one of them. And as you'll see, there is no complaining by our runners when they do this. They're just so happy to be here. We've got Corinne and Sarah working with each other, which is great, pushing each other. And we'll see how they do here. Coming around the corner here. Coming up, it looks like they might have 3 laps to go. They've got the counter there for them. Just a good time to, just thank a few people for, how all of our student athletes got here, and not an easy task, but a really important one. A lot of people work hard to, there are lots of meetings, and I think it really starts at the state level with the MIA really working on what requirements it would take to have an indoor track meet. Really balancing safety with giving student athletes a chance to compete. That gets pushed down to, back to communities where they weigh and measure what they can do, what they can't do. And, that includes boards of health, school boards, central administration. I really think, hats off to Emily Sullivan, our athletic director, who's really worked tirelessly behind the scenes to, make sure that this can happen for our student athletes. And John Smith, same thing, really, the two of them working really hard behind the scenes to ensure that our student athletes really get a chance to compete and to be safe. So there's the bell lap. We've got 1 to go. Got Corinne and Sarah really working with each other. Corinne is, it's her first time doing indoor track. She's having a really great season. She ran a huge PR in the mile last week against Westwood, 5:53. Owns the school record in the 2-mile, which was the first meet of the season, 12:15. So go for Corinne. Corinne looks like she's coming in strong with Sarah right there. It looks great. Sarah's having a great season also. Ran a PR a few weeks ago in the mile, and she's looking to break 6 minutes today, and I think she did. It looks like there's the joy of breaking 6. It's a big barrier, and it's a great one. So good job, Sarah. Looks like Corinne maybe pushed her. Really happy for her. And they're going to help Natalie get in here. She's on the back stretch over there. Just going to bring it around the corner. Our next event is going to be the 55 hurdles. Our hurdle is down, warmed up, and getting ready to go. And here comes Natalie. She looks strong. So the girls are 1 and 2 going into this meet. I think they'd like to get another win on the blocks. We'll see how that ends. I want to take a minute. I'm here with Dan Murphy from Dover-Sherborn Cable Television. DS Cable TV has been amazing, really heroes to our high school sports. They've been doing some live streaming, broadcasting meets so that friends and fans and family can see the student athletes compete because, as you may know, one of the modifications is really can't have fans at these meets. It's really pretty limited. I'll talk about those modifications, specific modifications in a little bit, but this is a way for at least, family and friends and fans to catch the meet and just to see a competition. So it's all good. So we're really grateful to Dover-Sherborn Cable Television for their coverage. Important to know they have a great Instagram. If you're not following them, if you're on Instagram and not following them, you really should. It's just a really great, some really good content about all the things that they do, including high school sports. So just a shout out to that. So they're setting up for the 55 hurdles. In this race, we've got Emily Burt, Caitlin Embre, Evan Chernesky, Angela Lynn, Addie Abastos, and Kylie Craig. The 55 hurdles it's so many things involved. It's speed, technique, a lot of focus, discipline. You've got to really trust the work that you've done. They're counting steps in between each hurdle, and they've just got to really pull a lot off. It's got to all come together to make it happen. So, they just, there's a lot of repetition and practicing of lots of technique, and they really like it to come together on their race. So, got the first heat. They're going to get in their blocks, which is a really important part of their, how fast they come out, how strong they come out. Really important. Guns up. And they're off. There we go, ladies. Looking good. Nice race. It's a beautiful facility here at Wheaton College, the Beard Fieldhouse. Not sure, definitely recently renovated. 200-meter track, not banked. So sprinters tend to like it banked. So, but it's still just a beautiful facility. And again, another group to thank, Wheaton College, for really allowing the TVL teams to compete here this winter. Really fortunate that we were able to get this space and times and have meets here. Okay, next heat. And they're off. Up and over, right to the finish. Great finish. So our next event is actually going to be the 55 meters. And so we're going to remove the hurdles. You can see them taking the hurdles off, and this is our dash, if you may. It's a fast race. Similar technique, coming out of the blocks is really going to be important for this race. Trust, that they practiced all those little pieces, and they really want to execute it, have it all come together. So for DS competing in this, we've got Caitlin Umbre again, Emily Burt, Katie Ritzer, Taylor Turk, Molly O'Terry, Katie Young, Adia Bostis, Kylie Craig, Gabby Nutra, Maddie Haney, Angela Lynn, and Laurie O'Sullivan. It looks like we may have some Millis competition in this. Some history behind, the girls' indoor program is at its biggest roster historically this year. And again, the program between cross-country, indoor, and outdoor has really grown and blossomed and really is a great source of athletic pride at DS. There's just some really great runners, good competitors that work, hard. They all work hard. But there's a great culture on this team as well. It's a fun, really accepting and great group to belong to. Very supportive of each other. I was walking in from my car into the field house, and I walked by the bus. They were actually waiting on the bus until the meet before them got out, just because of capacity issues here. They can't come in and wait. And you could just hear like the laughter on the bus and the camaraderie and the team spirit that's there. So that really, defines this program. They're here to work hard, be part of something that's important to their school, to compete for their school, such an honor, and just some really great friendships and some lasting memories. So it looks like we're going to have quite a few heats of this 55 dash. The school record for this, I've got my school record, I'll look that up, but guns up. Again, they've got to stay in their lanes, using everything, arms. You'll see a lot of the runners will run in their spikes. Some will run in flats, their sneakers. This is a race where you may see, runners running in the 7s, 7.8. Caitlin Umbre, that's her PR. Emily Burt right there with a 7.9. And, when you start out, you may be in the 9s, 8s, and you just, you work down and you get those PRs. Third heat is off. Bringing it in. Again, another group. You can see the officials here recording the times. Just, this is another group to be really thankful for. Officials are typically people who love the sport, in any sport, any official, basketball, track and field, swim. The officials sometimes are former runners, but they're really passionate about it, and they're passionate about high school track and field, and they're here. We've got, I think, 5 or 6 here, and they're here, and I, talked to one at the beginning of the meet, and he just said how great the kids have been all season. Okay. Guns up. Here we go. we go. Nice job, ladies. Way to go, DS. And Mass Track, the MS TCA, these guys have been actually running some Saturday meets, giving track athletes another opportunity to compete. Many of them may do it unattached, but again, it's another opportunity, and I believe most of those meets have been here. There are not many indoor tracks available this winter. I think many indoor programs were actually going to compete in this next phase of sports. I know that DS chose, along with, I believe, Hopkinton, Millis, Westwood, Medfield, to run sort of in, the winter, the first winter season. And I think it was a good choice. We're hearing that some of the other indoor track facilities, Reggie Lewis, for example, is going to be turned into a vaccination site, so they will not be operational for track meets. That's typically where state meets and competitions are held indoors as well. A lot of leagues run there, but again, that won't be happening this winter. There's no state competitions, of course, no final end of the season meets, but so I think it was a good decision for DS to run this season. They got a good amount of meets in. Okay, guns up. Here we go. Some great form here. Really using those arms. Right through. Nice job. Looks like it might be our last heat here. Guns up. Looks like our last three runners bringing it in. Good showing in the 55 dash by DS. Great run, and it's over. It's a fast one for sure. Okay, our next event is I believe it's the 600. So the 600 is 3 laps on an indoor track. I believe we've got one DS girl, Marielle Goganian. Marielle, this will be fun to watch her. She's pretty versatile runner. When she was last year as a 9th grader, she qualified for the freshman nationals last winter in the 600 in this event that we're going to see her. Currently holds the school record in the 600 as a sophomore, I might add. She's the leading point scorer on the team this year. She's tried a number of events in addition to the 600, and she's done the 55, the 300 meter, and certainly the 4x4. So maybe she's not running this race. Looks like we've got 2 Millis girls, so Marielle may be running a different event, so apologies for that, but you definitely got the Marielle's background and what she brings to the team. So good things ahead for her. It's going to be fun to watch her the next couple of years. So, so while we've got Millis running the 600 here, they've got 2 laps to go. I think might be a good time to talk about some of our seniors. I think, this is the last meet of the year, so I just think it's just really important to talk about some of our seniors here at DS and what they've done. Caitlin Britt and Evan Chernesky are the senior captains. Caitlin is one of the Britt triplets who just have done some great things in the athletics of DS. She's definitely the top distance runner and holds I believe she might have the 2-mile record. I'm going to look that up, but Caitlin has really brought some great things to the team. Evan is competing in the 55 hurdles and the high jump. Tied her best jump this year at 4 feet 6 inches. So some really great stuff. Some of our other seniors this year, I want to talk about Gabby Nutra. Gabby's having a great season. She threw a PR in the shot put last week of 26.6 and a quarter. So just really great stuff from Gabby. And then Katie Young, also having a great season. She jumped a PR in the high jump of 4.6. And she's trying a lot of events this season. She's, 55, the 300, the 4x4. So just great to have her. So celebrating a great group of seniors. I think it's really important to note about the seniors that they, one of the roles they bring every year is just to really set the tone and the culture for the team. And especially this year, seniors are really charged with really setting a positive tone and really trying to do just, a lot to be negative about this year, right? But I think our seniors in general have done a really great job of setting that tone and keeping traditions going on and, really making this a great team to be part of. So just thank you to our seniors and for all you've done and what you've left behind, and especially in this year. Okay. So this is the 1,000 coming up. This is 5 laps. This is Curry Carson running. Curry's PR in this is a 3:28.6, so she's probably looking to better that. She's got some strong 1,000 runners with her from Millis, so hopefully they can help set her to a good PR here. Last week, so Curry is a sophomore. She's focused on the 1,000 in last year and this year. And last week, First Westwood was the winner in the 1,000. So the 1,000 is 5 laps indoors. Just not a sprint, but not a distance race, right? So you're really, I think you're running really close to your max for a really extended period of time. I think the 1,000 indoors can be compared to the 800 outdoors. That's probably a comparable race. So, again, not a sprint, but not a slower distance pace. So it's just really maxing out for 5 laps. So really trusting yourself. And I think if you can hold yourself to that 4th lap, you can get yourself in strong. So Curry looks good. Curry's coming up on 2 to go. About a 400 to go here, Curry. good. She's got a nice arm swing there. Good steady pace going. Comes Curry. She's got her bell lap. 1 to go. Looking good, Curry. It's good. Good finish here. And Curry's bringing it in strong here. Good finish. Looks good. It's great. Not sure what her time was. She's certainly happy to be finished. Again, doing all of this with a mask. Unbelievable, right? So the next event is the 300 meter, which is, again, comparison to the 200 outdoors. The 300 meter, looks like we've got quite a few runners in that, so this will be great to watch them. I think when we talk about DS, track and field, cross country, indoor, outdoor, it's really, I've been at DS for 7 years, and this program continues to grow and really become really a source of pride as one of our, really successful and phenomenal programs, and not just for the wins and the records and the competitions, but just really the number of student athletes involved, and really just a reputation for great competition and really great culture and a great place to belong. Okay, so we're getting ready for the 300. Got Katie Ritzer, Taylor Turk, Maddie Haney, Izzy Friedel, and Laurie O'Sullivan. Here we go. First heat. So they're going to have 1 to go here. They're going to stay in their lane for the whole race. Not able to cut in on this race. Right to the finish here. Nice job. Looked like DS maybe went 1-2 there. It was a good lean at the end. There's Katie and Taylor. Nice job. Got the second heat here. taking the times, waiting for that second heat. Okay, get the okay. Okay, here we go. This is our last heat of the 300. Got 2 DS, 2 Millis. DS looking good. Nice form. Izzy looking good. I think that's Maddie there. Nice job. Coming around the corner. This is really an all-out sprint for a lap and a half, really. Staying in their lane, really focused, really pushing, hitting that wall, trying to run through it. And looks like DS is going to go 1-2 in this heat. Nice job, ladies. They look great. Nice and strong. I'll say it again, with a mask on. Unbelievable, right? They look great. So the next event is a 2-mile. I'm not sure if we're going to have any athletes in this one. The lineup doesn't indicate that, so we may not be having a 2-mile. We will see. Hey. Oh, got another heat of the 300. Sorry, I thought we were done. This is great. Might be Laurie O'Sullivan in this race, and looks like we've got a Millis competitor too. Here we go. We've got 1 DS, 3 Millis. Laurie looks good. Good arms. Really using those arms to help her. Times for this race can, be anywhere from the 40s up to the 50s, depending on, where you are and who you are. And, it's all about improvement, and taking even a half a second can be just a huge improvement in a race like this. This is Laurie coming in nice and strong. She looks great. Way to go, Laurie. Good finish. We've got Millis coming up. Great. I think that's it. That is officially the last heat of the 300. Great part of track and field is just, everybody cheers everyone on. They wait for the last runner. It's sportsmanship and, really being respectful. So this will be a good time to, I think we'll just, pay a little more love to the seniors here. I think we've got a little break here. Not sure they're going to run a 2-mile, so that would bring us right to the relay, I believe. But just again, our seniors, Caitlin Britt, captain, just leaving her leadership, but also school indoor mile record holder at 5:29. She did that in 2019, so it's a great legacy, Caitlin. We still get outdoor, which is great. Evan Charneski, senior captain, hurdle a high jumper, hit her best again this year in the high jump at 4.6. Just again, brings a great energy and great positivity to the team. Senior Gabby Nutra, Gabby is all energy and all positivity. I love that she's having a great season. Throwing a PR. I'm not sure what she threw today, but she's so fun to watch. We actually have the shot put going on right now. And then Katie Young, also having an awesome season. High jumper also, and trying lots of different events, 55, 300, and then the 4x4 relay. So again, thank you to our seniors for what you've done, and thinking many of you are probably going on to outdoor, but just thank you for what you've done in the indoor season. Definitely a trying year, but great leadership and positivity. So thank you. Very good time to talk about, I had started to talk about our coaches, but I think, this program, it's really just an amazing program all around. And it's a system of coaches. Mara Bennett leads. She's the indoor boys and girls coach. And I think she's in her 8th year here at DS coaching. Last year she was, I think it was spring 2018 Division 4 Coach of the Year. And then last winter she was Division 5 Coach of the Year. TVL Coach of the Year a few times. Last year I remember, and boys won the Division 5 state relays. That was a great meet. And they were the runner-up at the state championship for Division 5 in the 2019-20 season. They've won multiple championships under Coach Bennett. She ran at Chelmsford High. She was a D1 cross-country and track athlete, I believe, at Providence College. So she brings a lot of expertise and passion to the sport, and I think that can really help. Julie Lytle is one of the assistant coaches of the boys and girls team. She's been, coaching, I believe, for 7 years. All of her boys ran at DS. I think it was Greg competed for Emory. Greg and Jack were captains. Mike Lytle was an outdoor captain. Sam is now competing at Pomona in indoor and outdoor. Julie is a runner herself, so I think she brings that to it. Coach Bennett, it's probably good to note, also coached many of her own children, including Johnny, who will be running later tonight. She coached Caroline, who graduated years ago, kind of first when I started there. She was a freshman. And, Danny is competing at Stonehill. He's really doing that, and he's been volunteer coaching here, helping out the shot putters, the boys. I think Sam Lytle's also coached the sprinters most of the season. Another coach here, volunteer coach, I believe, Sean Garrett. He is a dad of one of our athletes. He was a MIT hurdler, I believe, and I think he ran at Tufts post-collegiately. So he's, a lot of talent that comes to our coaching staff. I think it's important to note sort of these coaches from the other seasons. Cross country, we've got Steve Hart, Tony Milborn, Tom Dupree, Dave Swanson, and we've got Ann Mann and Mark Thompson in the spring. Just all bring their expertise and passion and really make it a successful year-round program, and we're really lucky to have them. So we are getting ready for our 4x4. It looks like Millis might have 2 teams. DS is entering 1. The girls are getting into their lanes. And again, our officials, really good, patient, helping the girls, reminding them what they can and can't, where they can stand, where they should be. Guns up. There we go. So the 4x4, each leg will run 2 laps. They'll each run 400 meters. They will hand the baton off in a zone. This can be a great event. A lot of meets will come down to the relay. You know, in a normal year, the boys and girls are here. Sometimes there's multi-teams here. And the place is alive and really cheering on this race. Again, in this track meet in a pandemic, it's density. I believe here at Wheaton, I think we're allowed, you know, just a certain amount. It might be 75, I'm not sure. But, you know, we can't have both teams. We can't have multiple teams. But, you know, making it work. And it's, you know, the student athletes are still, you know, having a good time at it. So this is a great race, good handoff here. This looks like Izzy really running up. Gonna go around her. Izzy's got some great speed. She's a great field hockey player. Just really great athlete. She looks great. Really opening the lead for DS. Comes Izzy, she looks great. You know, running a 400 has its parts, you know. There's sort of a wall that some 400 runners hit over in that back corner, but Izzy looks great. She looks strong, really opening that lead. We've got the handoff. Good, safe handoff. There we go. She looks great. Nice lead for DS. Hopefully we can hold it. She looks great. There we go. She's got one lap to go. We're on our second leg of the 4x4. It's just always fun to be part of a relay. I think, you know, track can have such individual parts to it, but a relay can be just such a great part of a track meet. And to be on a relay team can be really exciting. So. Okay, we got our anchor leg here, finishing up our 4x4, last leg. Looking good, DS. One lap to go. Great lead here. She looks strong. Definitely going to hold on to this. This is great. She looks great. Good finish here. Bringing it in strong. Can't see the clock. Looks like a good time. Great finish. Looks like a good meet. I'm going to go with DS probably winning if I'm sort of just scoring in my head. They look great. They had some good, strong events. Not sure how the field events did, but predicting a DS win here. A nice way for our seniors to end their indoor season. They were lucky to have it. It was a good season and a safe season in this year of the pandemic. So Coach Bennett and her staff should be happy with the performances. Hopefully some PRs and some good races today. So I think we'll sign off here. We're going to catch the next meet is going to be the boys race, the boys meet versus Millis, probably in about half an hour or so. So thanks for watching and cheering on our Dover-Sherborn Raiders girls indoor track team as they ran against Millis and ran and threw and jumped well. So thank you very much for watching.